When you come to like a college such like Backstage Pass, what they do is they are open to your ideas, and then they help you develop them and then get all of them together.
Unlike you going to some random institute for 3 months and picking up game development, where you don't really pick up game development, you pick up maybe some principles, but you're not really a game developer. Where Backstage people do spend years, where we've noticed Backstage spends one whole year in the beginning just doing physical things, making them draw on a paper, getting better at that craft before even introducing them to digital, which we think is very important for good game artists or good game designers.
Like one thing I really love about Backstage Pass is you're not confined to one classroom. You always have you're always open to roam around wherever you want, and like you're always interacting with different kinds of people. You're not just your mentors but other students and all. So you're no matter what, you're always like in a team, or you'll find a team to work on some or the other thing. And even though I was just a programmer, I learned a lot of different like art and different softwares and everything from BFA students and all that. Yeah, that's one thing.
When we go to different places versus we go to Backstage Pass, we always get people who are like ready to be used. We don't need to actually train them, we don't need to fine tune them, we don't need to work on them. They are like completely ready, and that's a big thing, because in this city there are like more than 40-50 so-called games and animation colleges, but this Backstage Pass is the only one which is exclusively game specific. So the art wise, the programming wise, everything, they are like ready.
Backstage Pass has always helped us with some of the best hires in our company. A lot of our best employees have come through Backstage Pass, be it game programmers, game designers or game artists. As the gaming industry is growing very rapidly, especially in India, I think this is the best time for companies like us to grow, and also colleges like Backstage Pass to support the growth of gaming industry in India.
And don't forget to check our game, 7 Doors of Wisdom. We're launching it next month.
Game Jam is like so fun, like it was so hyped up, like I met different people, I learned a lot of stuff.
Totally into game development for 48 hours was really hardcore.
After doing 3 years of engineering, we felt that our core passion was in game development, and that was not encouraged back then. And that's why when we came here at Backstage Pass, we thought it's a great opportunity for us to know what gaming industry is all about and get insights of game industry.
Because as an engineer, I don't get direct access to gaming, but events like this will always inspire my passion. So overall, the experience was very rewarding, and I learned a lot, and not only in terms of technology, but also in terms of networking with people and about the industry.
We were, I think, looking for a game like Vikram Betal. The Betal is behind his back. He always carries and goes, so it will change. But after that, I don't know how we got into this.
It took almost 2 months to completely make all the art and all the programming and everything.
In Backstage Pass, basically the teachers are mentors first and teachers next. So we got a lot of help from all the Unity teachers and OpenGL, Unreal. We got to know how the game development works, and then we progress with the programming part.
The standards of the games have increased quite a lot. So we are planning to, for the next year IGTC, we are planning to give another game, and we want to make a even bigger scale game than this year. We were runner-up this year. We want to become the first the next year.
None of us have ever worked with 3D before that, so we just wanted to try a different thing which we don't have enough experience of, and we want to like challenge ourselves, so we go for the 3D game. Engineer's life is different from our life, so we can actually say that. Like, we play games, we make games every day. Like in the engineer's life, they do the like assignments and all that all day and just spend their years. So I would say they just learn in their 4 years, and we like to like create and we develop an experience in their years.
When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels the switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain, 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know, gotta know, gotta
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good. It's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the grand finals of Backstage Pass presents PUBG Mobile online tournament. I'm Shades there, and this is the first map. We are playing 3 maps today, one on Vikendi, one on Sanhok, and the final one back on Vikendi. So it's gonna be an amazing game. It is a full lobby. I absolutely am looking forward to seeing what is it that the teams are bringing to the table. Here today we had a very fun set of matches on Wednesday, and today we're gonna have 16 squads battling it out to see who will take away a total of 6,000 INR up for grabs in this lobby. First place for 4,000, second place 2,000, and looking at the squads, flight path players getting off pretty early. People heading towards Villa by the looks of things. I think that's squad 14 that is going there. And there's a fair bit of clump here as well, where a Toxic is heading right now. Towards the western side, quite a few squads in. Towards the southern side, we see Mamba Esports as well. And we're going to have squad number 13 also heading in that general direction. Should be fun to see if we actually see action there. Squad number 18 has just about landed 8-bit, in fact, taking in shots. Prince is pretty low. They've managed to get the first knock in. More shots being fired. That was Storm, I believe, who did get... In fact, no, he's been tagged down here. Ted's gonna look to push and Storm gets knocked. Instant flush coming out. Prince gonna survive as well. KO Hawk and Co. getting into the thick of things. Meanwhile, MYM, I think they're under pressure as well here. We did see a knock come in. Squad number 12, who's also very close to this current position. Gods, I suspect there is one player up close. Yeah, that's Nova, who's looking to push. Is fully taking TPP. It's the shotgun. He lands the shot. Gets the flush out as well. And there's more players who are coming in this direction. There we go. The second player has been spotted. He's got to move on. Oh no. He gets knocked down. And they should be getting the full flush out as well. That was unfortunate there. Legends. These guys did get one chicken dinner in the first qualifier. Let's see if they're going to be able to get a good standing here in map 1 of the grand finals. They will definitely be one of the squads favored to make it to a top 4, top 5 finish. All right. Let's see what's the plays. Yes, Gods. They have players in and around them, and I see shots being fired. It's Eco who gets the first knock in. He's gonna look to get the flush out as well. And Reds is all on his own. He gets cleaned up by Exotic, and that, I believe, is MYM losing 3 players very early on. There is that clutter towards the southern side. I believe that is 8-bit. Who's there? ALS currently playing up at Hot Springs. Nothing too serious there. I'm going to keep my eyes on though this portion here. Squad number 10, squad number 9, both very close to each other. Actually not in immediate danger. They are currently held up in buildings. Not really sure though if both of them are aware of each other's positions. Squad 10 moving up ever so close. We already have Bole MYNK who's backing off, and Pandit shouldn't really be hanging around too long here either. Let's quickly see that clutter there. The circle has moved in towards the north western side. So we already see this clutter here, squad number 15. Who's there? Squad number 7 is also going very close right now to that squad 9, squad 10 group up that's been going on for quite some time now. And they're going to set up not too far away. Might even be moving in that general direction. In fact, one of the players doesn't even have a helmet right now. Athok for Team KO does have himself a level 2 helmet, level 1 vest, level 2 backpack, and a Mac 10. And they're going to start roaming around. In fact, spread out. They don't decide to go towards the beach there. Instead, moving inland. Squads that are currently looking to rotate. I have ALS. Again, let's move over and see what Hunk is up to. Oh, Hunk's the unfortunate guy who has connected in. Let's see. Sharik. Is moving squad number 16 into the circle. They're gonna drive past where squad number 10 currently is. They expect there to be some action. Squad number 9 taking in some shots. I believe they see that vehicle going by. Squad number 15 also skirting with danger. Let's keep our eyes peeled on where squad number 15 is heading though. Seems like they're heading towards where Hex is, and that's a dangerous spot to be. Umamba Esports gonna be driving past squad 9 on their left. That's MAT, who's on top of things since pretty much the early phases. Yeah, it's Bole and Co. Ooh, Hex! Looks like we're gonna see a fight here. Maybe it's already over. Yep, that fight is in fact already done, and we might see a fight happening at the drop as it comes in. Let's watch out. King Gabru. On the other side is a Crawl. Looking to push up. Already shots being fired, and Stealth manages to find the first knock. Are they going to spot more? Yes, they will. Pro gets cleaned as well. And that's UME taking control. Did look a little dicey. as they did go guns blazing in, but lucky for them, they come out on top, and I don't think they take any casualties either. Yep, it's just a little bit of damage onto Parmar as well as Stealth. So decent fight, and they start racking up the kills. That is very important here as well. 1 point per kill. That's a lot of points up for grabs if you decide to play aggressive, and that is what teams here are going to be looking to do. You don't really want them to start off passive. Yes, position points are going to matter a lot, but you need to ensure that you get 5-6 kills early on. It helps you build momentum as well. And looks like Team 7 are just about on the other side. UME, they're gonna look to breach. Stealth moving up front, shots being fired. Sanhok is down and Carl goes down as well. Stealth finds both. Oh boy, UAZ was on fire. Nothing they could do. They KO. They had to take that fight, and Stealth straight up pushing him. Catches the players looking the wrong way, and they find the kills. Beautifully done. And looking at squads that are rotating in, I want to keep my eyes peeled on squad number 5 here. Edge of the circle, 19. Not too far away from that current position, and they should be able to push if they want to. I don't think either team is aware of each other's positioning here. There's squad 5 in the distance. Blues pushing in. New circle revealed. Is gonna move a lot more inward. And that has just so much water in it. So the next circle is gonna move towards the eastern side. And there's absolutely nothing that some of these teams are gonna be able to do. It's going to be so tight in there, especially for the newer squads who are looking to come in. They're not going to be able to do much, and already we see the knocks coming in. There's FaZe as well as Sid getting knocked down. Medusa looking for the push. Was the play. The nade comes in as well. Doesn't get a lot of damage done. Players out in the open. He's going to go for the flushes. And yeah, they clean up. They have the rest of the players come in as well. Looks like more fights happening here. Squad number 10. Oh, that fight's squad number 9 rather. That fight's already done. So, at the end of this, we have 12 squads still remaining. There's 3 squads. Actually, make that 2 who are outside the circle. The rest of them have all taken compounds inside. And looking at best positions, I still believe the center here, this area between Dobromesto and Goroka is where it's going to end. And squad number 12, Reaper, has just got a fair bit of distance to cover right now. ALS is also moving into the zone. They've just about made it into the circle. ALS. They're going to move on the far left hand side. I like this decision. It's pretty much going to mean that they're going to be safe from one side. And oops, I think they got the vehicle. Did they get the vehicle stuck there? Regardless, I think they're going to hold this position for a bit. Wait for the next circle to reveal itself. Let's see. I've made my guesses. I hope it's going in that direction. I see a couple of Hex fans on chat as well. The next circle though is going to decide quite a lot. There you go. It does move a little more central. A little less amount of water, but there is still significant amount there though. Quick heals out. ALS is in a decent position. Fury though, along with his teammate, I believe that's Pandit, they need to move a little more towards the northern side. There's a drop coming straight into the water. I don't see that being contested by anybody right now. Who's Jerry firing at? Do they know something that we don't? Don't think they have vision on anybody here though. Hulk and Toxic are really far away. Let's move over to ALS though. They're coming up against UME. There's a lot of crowd here in this small circle, and taking a vehicle out at this point of time, very risky indeed. If you run into a clean line of sight of an entire squad, they can definitely blow those vehicles up. And as I say that, John ends up going down, and Benz as well as Shadow, they're gonna give up. They're gonna cut their losses. There's nothing they can do at this point of time to save him. And where is the rest of ALS heading? They're heading straight into squad number 15. The entirety of legends are here. And I think they managed to spot them. And they're going to go the other way. What's the play here? They're getting shot at. And believe they're going to keep riding. They're actually driving straight into the next team that may be in play here, Hexagon. Hex, they hear this. Quick TPP is being taken. ALS, as soon as they cross up, in fact, they're gonna get off. They're gonna set up shop here very close to where Hex is. Spray. Gonna be at the edge of the compound. Benz and Shadow, they're not too far away from this position. And this is, I believe, the next big fight that's gonna be coming up. Oh, 8-bit. Just rattling off a few shots. I believe that was at Fury. But M8 should find themselves a nice cozy place in the circle to hold up. But this is the big fight here. Hex going up against ALS. They've moved out into the open as well. And they're waiting for ALS to make a move. Shadow, Benz, Believe, all set up on the other side. While Maxi is just taking TPP right now. He's going to hold. So is Jerry. EB is inside the building. Not really sure what the plan there is, but with just these two, they have eyes. In case Believe do decide to make a move. He's making some noise right now, shooting into the floor. He has himself a mini. ALS, absolutely no one making any noise. Meanwhile, 8-bit I believe they're getting into a fight here. And it is versus Legends by the looks of things. Ash has already taken a lot of damage. Akshu and Co. moving out. Nades being tossed in. Ash gets ready. Tosses one. There's Rap here on top. Is it going to connect? I don't think it does. No. He's just going to buy some time here to use the first aid. Nobody's actually pushing in from Legends. They're going to hold that first floor position. They're going to go charging in. First player has taken a lot of damage. In fact, Akshu ends up getting knocked down, and inside they will get the cleanup. And they're looking for more shots being fired by Ted. I believe that's up at Danish. Who's just being sneaky here? He's the last man alive. He has himself the smoke. He's going to toss the smoke down and hope for the best. 3 smokes, a Molotov, everything in the inventory being tossed out. Gets on top of the building. He's just right now looking for revenge. 8-bit. They need to ensure that they don't peek out here. And he will look for the flush out. Nope, not enough. Ash was ready. Ash had heard him. Peeks through the edge. Gets the kill. And that is that. Let's move back over and see what's happening with this fight here. Between ALS as well as Hex. Absolutely nothing. Players haven't even moved an inch here. And ATX are actually pushing up behind Hex right now. They're moving into the zone, and Hex is soon about to be sandwiched up. Vehicles coming in as well. This is big. This is big. They're moving in straight into Hex's position. Already shots being fired. Trinity! He's got nowhere to go. He's down to 10 HP. Turns back across. Barely makes it back to safety, but that's big there. Jerry is knocked. EB. What's he looking to do right now? Spray has been flushed. Jerry is knocked down. In goes the Molotov. And he spots out Tanmay. He can go big here. Tanmay is taking a lot of damage but barely manages to survive. What's the play here for EB? He's pushed in to the opposite building. And he's going to drop smokes. Huh. Pretty interesting. And now let's move over to Ink. We have squad number 17 pushing in on their position inside the compound. They need to go for the reses. 2 players are down. Fury able to heal up. There is Toxic here. And there is, I think that's Toxic all alone. In fact, it is. There is nobody else here. Let's look at God. Oh, in the corner, they will get the knock. That was Fury there. They easy double peek him. And Pandit, he's just going to go for the res. I'm not sure if they knew there was another player there. And he will get the full res out. And he's going to go chasing it. He cleans up Pandit. Big play. They could have played the aggressive decision there, but instead they decide to play passive, and that costs them 9 teams alive. And next up, squad number 8, already on the move. UME still in this. They're still 4 strong. There is the zone pushing in as well. 8-bit. Gonna find some action here. I believe that's Reaper. They've already got 3 down. He's just gonna get the flushes. Desync is nowhere in sight. He's so far away right now. And he's just staying in cover. His teammates are down. No reason to fight this anymore. Just play safe. But we move over. I want to have a look at Hex. And what's happening here. ATX and Hex have set up on opposite sides. Nades being tossed in. Tyrant looking to move up close. Let's see if he can spot anyone though. Everybody is just taking TPP right now. EB though does get spotted. And Trinity, ooh, they're getting aggressive. They're looking to move in through the smoke, and Trinity is 1 HP. He spots out EB. He's still chasing at 1 HP inside. They're trying to get the kill. There you go. They will find it. He's still spraying away. Adrenaline pumping. They're going to drop the smokes. And look at where Maxi is. Maxi's going to pull out. Maxi's getting out of this. Fall damage. Absolutely no two hoots given. He's like, yep, I'm running in. I'm running in. It is time. We need to go, and we need to go now. Meanwhile, Reaper, he gets cleaned up as well, and looks like 8-bit. They're being put under pressure yet again. Have they lost anyone? I don't believe they have. They've just found one kill. They drop the smoke, keep the UAZ nice and safe. Prince, I think he spotted out San. Some shots. In this direction. Oh, he spots him out, and Prince gets tagged down. Nicely done indeed. ALS needs to worry about a couple of angles themselves. They're getting shot at. Shadow gonna move back to cover. I believe that was San. He's knocked down eventually by Prince, but the smokes are already down. Zone's gonna be soon pushing in. Where's his teammates? I don't think they're in any a position to get those reses off. And 8-bit's gonna be like, no worries. We'll get that kill eventually later. Hopefully no one flushes that down. Ooh, King Abru. He's getting involved here as well. He's got Ash. Ash is knocked down. He's at the bush. And they will get the full flush out. In fact, Sharix with the arm cleans house. This is huge. That's a big kill. And now they're going to continue to push in. ADX. They find themselves the first knock. Smoke's going down. Pushed up to where UME currently is. The nade does so much damage though. Onto Whitelaw. And more nades coming in. Unfortunately, the second one doesn't nearly finish up the job. Both Trinity and Whitelaw very low. In comes the Molotov. Oh, Trinity! Literally 1 HP there. He will eventually get knocked down. Now they need to go for the res. UME though. Decisions. They can't really move out to do anything. Pandit walks out for a second and drops to 1 HP. Immediately runs back and is like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're gonna go charging in. Yep, Pandit is done. And now the push comes through. There is Whitelaw, who's down as well. Sharix finds him. He cleans up. Nicely done. And now let's move over. Benz. He's trying to toss the nade in here. There's Fury on the other side. Will the nade do the work? It is going to be awfully close. He's going to toss the Molotov in as well. On the other side of the vehicle, he's going to look to blow the vehicle up. Oh, he spots the foot out and Fury ends up getting knocked down. And now Benz. What's the play here? He can move in, he can cut the distance, he can make the hero play here. I think that is it. And there he goes below the UAZ. He finds the kill. And that is going to bring it down to a top 4 situation here. He's going to drive straight up to Shadow. In the attempt to pick him up, Benz is drawing a lot of fire. And Shadow, in fact, does get the knock in onto Parmar. Smoke's being dropped. He's going to look to heal. Shadow, meanwhile, wants to keep the pressure up. Prince has pushed in as well into this position. He's in the corner. I think he knows of ALS's position here as well. And they just want to look to third party here. They've lost Ash. And it would be wise of them to just let UME and ALS duke this out and move in when the opportunity is there. But as I say that, Ted walks up and he gets shut down right away. And more shots being fired now at Akshu, who's trying to make his way all the way back. His position is compromised and he does not even have a helmet on him right now. What's the play here? Fury eventually ends up going down. ALS Shadow. Ooh, so low right now. And Benz gets knocked. Shadow. He spots Stealth out, but as soon as he peeks, there's going to be a chance for a trade. He was ready for it. Shadow. He had a small window and unfortunately, he's now going to be pretty much relying on 8-bit to start putting on some pressure, start being the third party. He goes for the knock onto Stealth and he's going to find it. He's got bare minimum time now. Smoke's down. He needs to go for the res. I don't think he spots out Akshu there. And he's going to make it to safety. Both teams going for the reses. 8-bit waiting back patiently. They have only 2 players alive. So it's a 2v2, v4 situation. Top 8. Map 1 of the grand finals. Backstage Pass presents PUBG Mobile online tournament. He goes for the spray down and Akshu actually ends up going down to the zone. He's got there comes third party. He's gonna spray away. Still the solo as well. They can go for the kill. Oh no. They're pushing Benz. Benz gets taken down. And UME now. This is it. Prince. What can he do? He's gonna heal up inside. He's gonna try and survive the zone. But ALS almost make it happen. He's still gonna heal. The players out there dying one by one. It is down to a 1v2. One more player. Parmar's down as well. And it's a 1v1. It's a heal off by the looks of things. What? What happened? Who won? I think the server just died. We're gonna have to check out and see what happened there at the end, but
when you come to like a college such like Backstage Pass, what they do is they are open to your ideas, and then you can they help you develop them and then get all of them together.
Unlike you going to some random institute for 3 months and picking up game development, where you don't really pick up game development, you pick up maybe some principles, but you're not really a game developer. Where Backstage people do spend years. Where we've noticed Backstage spends 1 whole year in the beginning just doing physical things, making them draw on a paper, getting better at that craft before even introducing them to digital, which we think is very important for good game artists or good game designers.
Like one thing I really love about Backstage Pass is you're not confined to one classroom. You always you're always open to roam around wherever you want, and like you're always interacting with different kinds of people. You're not just your mentors but other students and all. So you're no matter what, you're always like in a team, or you'll find a team to work on some or the other thing. And like even though I was just a programmer, I learned a lot of different like art and different softwares and everything from BFA students and all that. Yeah, that's one thing.
When we go to different places versus we go to Backstage Pass, we always get people who are like ready to be used. We don't need to actually train them, we don't need to fine tune them, we don't need to work on them. They are like completely ready, and that's a big thing, because in this city there are like more than 40-50 so-called games and animation colleges, but this Backstage Pass is the only one which is exclusively game specific. So the art wise, the programming wise, everything, they are like ready.
Backstage Pass has always helped us with some of the best hires in our company. A lot of our best employees have come through Backstage Pass, be it game programmers, game designers or game artists. As the gaming industry is growing very rapidly, especially in India, I think this is the best time for companies like us to grow, and also the colleges like Backstage Pass to support the growth of gaming industry in India.
And don't forget to check our game, 7 Doors of Wisdom. We are launching it next month.
Game Jam is like so fun, like it was so hyped up, like I met different people, I learned a lot of stuff.
Totally into game development for 48 hours was really hardcore.
After doing 3 years of engineering, we felt that our core passion was in game development, and that was not encouraged back then. And that's why when we came here at Backstage Pass, we thought it's a great opportunity for us to know what gaming industry is all about and get insights of game industry.
Because as an engineer, I don't get direct access to gaming, but events like this will always inspire my passion. Overall, the experience was very rewarding, and I learned a lot, and not only in terms of technology, but also in terms of networking with people and about the industry.
We were, I think, looking for a game like Vikram Betal. The Betal is behind his back. He always carries and goes, so it will change. But after that, I don't know how we got into this.
It took almost 2 months to completely make all the art and all the programming and everything.
In Backstage Pass, basically the teachers are mentors first and teachers next. So we got a lot of help from all the Unity teachers and OpenGL, Unreal. We got to know how the game development works, and then we progress with the programming part.
The standards of the games have increased quite a lot, so we are planning to, for the next year IGDC, we are planning to give another game, and we want to make an even bigger scale game than this year. We were runner-up this year, we want to become the first the next year.
None of us have ever worked with 3D before that, so we just wanted to try a different thing which we don't have enough experience of, and we want to like challenge ourselves, so we go for the 3D game. engineer's life is different from our life. We can actually say that. Like we play games, we make games every day. Like in the engineer's life, they do the like assignments and all that all day and just spend their years. So I would say they just learn in the 4 years, and we like to like create and we develop an experience in the years.
When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels the switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You call to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know,
it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Good, it's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
What's up, guys? Welcome. That was an amazing game one on Vikendi. 8-bit at the end there. Heal Wars. One player out survives the entirety of Mamba Esports, and 8-bit takes the chicken dinner. Mamba is not going to be too far away. All of that can still change. It is a 3-map grand final. Map number 2 now on to Sanhok. And up next, we will be going back into Vikendi. All 64 players have joined in the server. They've loaded in. And this is going to be super exciting. Let's look at the flight path. It is going to be starting west of Camp Alpha and going all the way just outside of docks. So the entirety of the map should be in play, except for places like Khao, maybe not Tatmok and Mong Nai. The rest, though, still in play. I want to see. There's actually no one yesterday who did go boot camp, and I believe Paradise was pretty empty as well. So all the so-called hotspots in Pugs completely being ignored by the teams here. We're gonna keep track of where some of the top teams are heading. I see 8-bit already heading in towards Paradise by the looks of things. Ruins is gonna have 2 squads drop right next to each other. And ooh, what? One of the players has taken fall damage. Okay, that is in fact pretty surprising. We move over legends here. Squad number 14 as well as 15 going at it early. Hex wants to fight, and they want to fight right now. Danish, what does he have? He has the shotgun. He spots out the first player in. Pre-fires through the corner, and he's gonna get taken down. He jumps through. Got a little trigger happy there, and he gets cleaned up. I think there's Rapi still here, who's in the far side. And he's already backing off. He's like, yeah, there's nothing we can do right now. 3 players down. Rapi, last man alive. It's gonna look to make it safely out of here. There's Painan, where we have 2 squads up against each other as well. Let's move over and check out the action here. ALS up against Crawl. John is actually already on the other side of the bridge. I believe he is pretty far away. Gods, what? You're gonna see some action up towards Camp Bravo. Shots being fired. I think that's Avatar, who's managed to get the first knock in. Cloak is very low, 1 HP. They're gonna open up the window. Pre-fires through. He has the helmet. No armor. That's why he's getting so much damage right now. The Eco is peeked out. He jumps across trying to make his way to safety, but unfortunately the knock has come through. Nova needs to push in. Vampires, someone we're going to keep our eyes on as well. Eco does manage to get the full flush out. Vampire does not have a helmet, and he needs someone to overcome it right now. His teammates have come through, and there you go. In comes Vampire, and he finds the first knock in. They're going to push up as well. Oh, Vampire onto the other side. He finds the second. Oh boy, the Grunge is in a world of trouble as well. He's got knocked down. Him versus Avatar now. Who's going to come out on top? He's holding the angle. Avatar is going to look to push. He's given away his position. He's coming through. He's been spotted. He goes pre-firing through. He's out of bullets. QB. Tap, tap, tap. 6x. Can he find the kill though? Is he going to go for the res? Avatar. 70% health. He's going to climb up. He's going to spot him coming through. Iron Sights pre-fires through, but Avatar decides, nope, I'm not going to push this. But Vampire wants to. He wants to force this, but as soon as he peeks out from the right side, Avatar is going to have a better position to take this fight. He's going to go ahead, go for the res onto Exotic. Same here with Vampire. He's going to try and res Nova. Oh, he's going to go dancing out, and he finds it. Vampire, huge clutch coming in. And he takes Gods down. Wonderfully done there at the end. Oi, 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 what a play. And that's gonna mean Camp Bravo is all there is to take. Let's move over, look for action elsewhere. Pandit. Where is he? Oop, I think I ended up misclicking there. Let's move back over to Fury. That's one of the players there, I believe, was isolated from the rest of the bunch. Yeah, that is in fact Pandit there. Just lying down. He has no heals, no nothing. He's seeing Spray OP running away. Does he have guns? I see that he does. Oh no! Spray OP. Gonna find him, and Pandit should get cleaned up here. And MAT gonna lose one player early. 8-bit actually have already rotated towards boot camp. They're at the edge of the circle. Looking for possible fights here. Let's look at stealth. Pretty much all on his own. They've lost King Abru early. That's going to be a big blow to UME. They had the chance there to take the chicken dinner in map 1, but unfortunate circumstances there. They take second, and here early they lose one of their star players, King Abru, and now it's gonna come down to players like Stealth. Opens up the door, and I think he's heard footsteps there. Little does he know that there is the entirety of Go right in front of him. What's the play? How's he gonna look to play this out? Go, I believe, is already moving out. And they're gonna look to spread themselves out here. They're all looking towards Stealth. He's got no backup right now. And looking at the circle positioning, yep, he's center circle. So there's actually no reason for him to move out and get himself exposed. He can just stand his ground here, not really worry about anything right now. But he will get pushed. And once the utilities start coming in, he's gonna have to try and isolate this into multiple individual duels. Viper is pushing in. Stealth is gonna have to go big right now. This is dancing across. Shots being fired, trying to force a response from Stealth. They're in the building. Stealth holding the angle. And now's the time to fire. There goes Stealth. He's straight away. He will find the first. Getting turned back into 2 kills. 2 knocks is what he will find. Almost face down low as well. Sid was actually already low. And now Sharix. Let's move over to UME. Parnar has got knocked down as well. This could be a rough ending here for UME. It is all down to Sharik. It's gonna heal up. And does he have an opportunity to go for the res? He should be able to do so. Athok is pushing. Sharix. Is he gonna hold the... Oh, he stopped the res. He stopped the res to reposition. And now he sees Storm behind him. He's gonna go for the spray with the AK. He finds the first knock in. Cole hasn't pushed up just yet though. He's gonna go for the full flush out. He will find it. Is he gonna expect a second play? Oh, he's won the second now. There goes Cole. He's down to 20 HP, and Sharik still survives, but now Athok, he's coming for the flank up as well. He's come up straight next to Parnar. He'd already got the news. He turns across. Couldn't get the spray in, and Athok has done it. Team UME are eliminated here in position number 15 in map 2 of the grand finals. Aye. They split up 3-1, and unfortunate circumstances there, as UME are out of Sanhok here in map 2. There's a drop coming in, and it is moving straight to 8-bit. What's inside? It is MK14 extended quick draw, our level 3s. Yep, that's gonna be 8-bit. Picking that up shortly. Circle does have a lot of water in it again, so especially the rivers in between, I think, are going to play a big part. Squads that are caught on the wrong side just have to leave themselves way too exposed. If they make that rotation a tad bit late, so it's going to be pretty tricky. We have ATX driving in as well. Oh, they're stuck for now, but it looks like, no, never mind. They're going to get off the bike. And they're moving up towards ALS, Shadow and Believe. Edge of the circle. John is actually running straight up to squad number 10. He's again alone. Pretty much in a position similar to what we had stealth in a few moments back. And as soon as he starts dropping the smokes, I think this is way too dangerous. It's gonna alert squad 10 of someone being close by. And John is straight up under the building here. What's squad 10 gonna do? Are they gonna move out? Are they gonna look? Slam's actually already looking. John just gonna stand his ground. Udit. It's just a matter of time before they start pushing. John Crawl looks like he's getting into a fight as well. Let's move over. Shot being fired. 3 fires in from Medusa. Not finding much. Crawl, can he respond back? Yes, he will. It's gonna come down to Pro here. Pro using TPP. He knows Medusa is pushing in. 2 players being spotted out. Crawl takes so much damage. They're all coming in one by one. Can he get one? No, he can't. Nicely done there, in fact, by San. Immediately goes prone, which means he cannot line the 2 players up there for a single spray down. And now 8bet, they've heard this fight straight up above them. And they're setting up. They want to move in, and they want to move in fast. John, meanwhile, has just bought time for the rest of his teammates to rotate in. Shadows come in as well. And now they're probably going to look to begin this full-blown siege. Shadow far away on the right side. Believe is here as well. And now, what's the play with squad number 10? Oh, they spot out Benz. Benz actually going for the ride around. He's so low. Ooh, Shadow. He ends up getting knocked down, and that's huge. Ben's gonna have to heal. Ben's been spotted out as well. Daddy trying to get an angle, unfortunately. Won't be able to find one. And now the pressure's back out onto John. Is he going to move out? Is he going to look for something? Shadow's gone for the res. He needs to make some noise. He needs to make it a little uncomfortable here for squad 10. At least force some players to look this way, to pay attention. And provide just enough distraction so Benz can heal. Shadow can get rezzed up. And actually, without firing any shots, he's been able to achieve this. Nobody wants to push out. Nobody wants to take the risk here. In fact, Razor is going to move up to see if he can find an angle into this. Let's move back over to Reaper and what's happening. Going for a swim by the looks of things. There is Fury on the other side. Keeping tabs on the player's whereabouts. Let's move back over to ALS. He has the M24 and, in fact, Tyrant. This is from ADX, I think, who did get knocked in. Shadow. Risky play, in fact, moving out in the open. But I think he's going to be able to safely do so. Believe on top of the hill. They've spread themselves out. They're trying to pincer, and you see John going in for the swim. Oh, wait, why? Oh, the circles come in as well. They need to move, and they need to move now. Like, look at what John's up to. John's just swimming right now. Udit, oh, gets knocked in. Who is it though? I think that was Benz there who manages to pick up the knock. And he's still looking in this general direction. Unfortunately, there is that ledge there that is providing some cover for ADX. ATX just came in so late. Oh, Benz gets knocked down. There was stiff who was here as well. They haven't spotted them out, believe. He's trying to go for the reses. He's getting shot at and he's gonna barely make it back to safety. Shadows down as well. 2 players down. ATX. They've dropped the smokes. They're healing. John is the last player alive. And Tanmay, I think they're just going to bleed out. Tanmay is just going to end up going down to the zone. That is huge. And look at the circle. It's moved towards the northern side. And that has thrown things again into a huge mix. There you go. ATX, White Law is just going to push in. They know it's now or never. They gotta go. They gotta go now. Shots from long range in. Daddy spots out the push. White Law is knocked. He's gonna go for the full flush. He gets it. He's getting shot from this side. Ooh, Trinity. He's gonna look to push in. Can he get the first aid? He's gonna get it in time, and he's gonna be able to peek this out as well. He goes for the pre-fire across the corner, not gonna find it. Daddy desperately trying to get into the room there. He will get there, but it's gonna be a pincer play here. 2v1 Trinity looking to push in. He comes through. Daddy gets ready. Pre-fire, no good. Can he get the second? No, he can't. Trinity ends up getting knocked down, but Tyrant will be there to get the res out. Nicely done. Squad number 8 holds on. Let's move over. Squad 5 versus squad 14. Hex taking this fight up now against Go. On the opposite side, 8-bit. Let's move over here as well. Prince has gotten knocked down. I think there was a long-range duel that they were looking at. Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, this is the fight I want to look at. Go. Trying to pressure Hex. 11 squads alive in the server. 31 players alive. Hex is set up outside. Go. Not budging just yet. 8-bit. They're trying to zone out MYM here. MYM desperately trying to move. They've got nowhere to go. They have to move into 8-bit. Akshu gets tagged low. And it's down to Nova. Vampire gets fully flushed out as well by Ash. It's not a long way into the zone, but for Nova, that is a lot of distance. He's just gonna heal and heal and heal. Meanwhile, shot. There's more action happening here. Ink does get knocked down. I believe in the distance. Go has made this push in onto. Oh, they're gonna go through. Almost gonna end up lighting up. He gets the knock onto the second. Yaman needs to push this. He sees the player jumping up right on the corner, and he's gonna get another one. Ooh, it's down to Maxi alone. Maxi on the other side. 2 players. He's gonna have to res. No, he's gonna give up all the res. Goes back. No, the knock comes in. Yaman couldn't get the job done, but the push comes in. FaZe cleans house, and Yaman will survive. He touches him at the right time. Prevents the player from going down, and Spray OP is coming in on this position as well. Circles closing in very fast. 8-bit on the move. So are the rest of the players here. They're all pretty much right next to each other. Hold that thought. Go. Getting back into the action. Where are they charging up though? There was Rapi here. And he's not found anything. 8-bit. They're looking to fight this out as well. Who are they going up against? They have Ted as well as Prince outside looking at Reaper. And this may be the play here. Prince might look to push and get the job done. There's just action breaking out everywhere right now. It's down to the top 7 squads. 8-bit. We're going to keep our eyes on them. They're coming up against one remaining player from squad number 19. FaZe ends up going down to Rapi. Some player in the grass here. Yep, Ash spots him out. That should be a quick pre-fire through. There you go. Ash cleans up. You can't try to snake it out, but as soon as you give up that position, you better have got the knock, else you're gonna get punished hard. Cull is also here. Kokal. They've been alerted. After that first kill comes in, he's looking through the corner. Does not have an open line of sight. Ooh, the players inside, the players inside! They're gonna make across! And he couldn't find the first knock in, and Ash, he's gonna get cleaned up, isn't he? Are they gonna push? No, they couldn't. They couldn't. And they're gonna lose one player early here. Meanwhile, Prince goes for the shots. And in fact, Hawk gets knocked in. So these guys, John from the other side has got it. And they're gonna push through. Cull, how's he gonna play this out? He's out of bullets. He's out of time. He's out of luck. He's out of the server. Down he goes, and we're down to the top 2. 8-bit going up against squad number 5. Viper TY is all on his own, in fact. He's hit the deck. He's lost all his teammates. It's a 1v3 situation here as 8-bit look to make this 2 in a row. The first one, it went very much down to the wire. The second one, they've just looked very, very strong. At no point of time did it look like 8-bit weren't gonna take this. And they're gonna stamp that authority and take this victory here unless Viper TY can do the impossible. He spots the first player out. Akshu is done for. He's gonna get sprayed down. But the trade. Oh no, actually, no. He turns back across. And Akshu gets that kill in. And with that, that's gonna be an 8-kill chicken dinner coming in for 8-bit. Go in second position with 11 kills. ALS third position with 5 kills. Team KO 6th position with 4 kills. Pretty much amassing most of the kills in the server. Big shout out to Backstage Pass for making this happen. They're an amazing institute, the best in India out there for game designers and game developers to pick up those courses and start your journey to becoming either. Do check them out. They're currently operating out of Bangalore, Pune and Hyderabad. All those details are in the link in the description. Don't go anywhere. We will take a quick commercial break and we will be back with the decider in Vikendi to see who is going to walk away champions here today.
When you come to like a college such like Backstage Pass, what they do is they are open to your ideas, and then you can they help you develop them and then get all of them together.
Unlike you going to some random institute for 3 months and picking up game development, where you don't really pick up game development, you pick up maybe some principles, but you're not really a game developer. Where Backstage people do spend years, where we've noticed Backstage spends 1 whole year in the beginning just doing physical things, making them draw on a paper, getting better at that craft before even introducing them to digital, which we think is very important for good game artists or good game designers.
Like one thing I really love about Backstage Pass is you're not confined to one classroom. You always have you're always open to roam around wherever you want, and like you're always interacting with different kinds of people. You're not just your mentors but other students and all. So you're no matter what, you're always like in a team, or you'll find a team to work on some or the other thing. And even though I was just a programmer, I learned a lot of different like art and different softwares and everything from BFA students and all that. Yeah, that's one thing.
When we go to different places versus we go to Backstage Pass, we always get people who are like ready to be used. We don't need to actually train them, we don't need to fine tune them, we don't need to work on them. they're like completely ready, and that's a big thing, because in this city there are like more than 40-50 so-called games and animation colleges, but this Backstage Pass is the only one which is exclusively game specific. So then art-wise, the programming-wise, everything, they're like ready.
Backstage Pass has always helped us with some of the best hires in our company. A lot of our best employees have come through Backstage Pass, be it game programmers, game designers or game artists. As the gaming industry is growing very rapidly, especially in India, I think this is the best time for companies like us to grow, and also colleges like Backstage Pass to support the growth of gaming industry in India.
And don't forget to check our game, 7 Doors of Wisdom. We are launching it next month.
Game Jam is like so fun, like it was so hyped up, like I met different people, I learned a lot of stuff.
Totally into game development for 48 hours was really hardcore.
After doing 3 years of engineering, we felt that our core passion was in game development, and that was not encouraged back then. And that's why when we came here at Backstage Pass, we thought it's a great opportunity for us to know what gaming industry is all about and get insights of game industry.
Because as an engineer, I don't get direct access to gaming, but events like this will always inspire my passion. Overall, the experience was very rewarding, and I learned a lot, and not only in terms of technology, but also in terms of networking with people and about the industry.
We were, I think, looking for a game like Vikram Betal. You know, the Betal is behind his back. He always carries and goes, so it will change. But after that, I don't know how we got into this.
It took almost 2 months to completely make all the art and all the programming and everything.
In Backstage Pass, basically the teachers are mentors first and teachers next. So we got a lot of help from all the Unity teachers and OpenGL, Unreal. We got to know how the game development works, and then we progress with the programming part.
The standards of the games have increased quite a lot, so we are planning to, for the next year IGTC, we are planning to give another game, and we want to make a even bigger scale game than this year. We were runner-up this year, we want to become the first the next year.
None of us have ever worked with 3D before that, so we just wanted to try a different thing which we don't have enough experience of, and we want to like challenge ourselves, so we go for the 3D game. Engineer's life is different from our life, we can actually say that. Like, we play games, we make games every day. Like in the engineer's life, they do the like assignments and all that all day and just spend their years. So I would say they just learn in the 4 years, and we like to like create and we develop an experience in the years.
watch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late. And I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know, gotta know, gotta
it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. Good, it's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
Welcome everybody to the final game here of the grand finals of Backstage Pass. Institute of Gaming and Technology presents PUBG Mobile online tournament. I'm Shadeslayer and I'll be your caster for this game. Big shout out to Backstage Pass. They have a wonderful institute, the best in India for gaming courses. If you're training to either become a game designer or a game developer, do check out the link in the description. It has all the details regarding what the courses they offer. They're active right now in Hyderabad, Pune, as well as Bangalore. And more on that a little later. Let's jump straight into the flight and look at what the pathing is. It is gonna be moving straight up from Hot Spring all the way through Dobro Mesto, cutting the map right in the middle, and Let's see where the spread's gonna come. Last time, I think 2 times already of the 3 times we have played Vikendi, the first circle has moved towards the northwestern side. Are we gonna see that yet again here? Only time will tell. Percentages though definitely gonna show us that that indeed might just be the case. Let's have a look at how the teams are spreading out. See a couple of players towards bottom. UME actually might end up taking a fight very early here. Stealth is spreading himself a bit out. Already shots being fired. I look at Storm, who's taken, I think he's given a little bit of damage onto Prince. It was in the far side. And is that? In fact, 8-bit, yes it is. It's 8-bit Prince, the leaders right now. 2 chicken dinners in a row. Can they make it 3 in a row and take this title in style? That's what we are here to find out. We usually see a lot of tournaments, even in ILG, where it's pretty hardcore. You play up primarily Erangel and Miramar, but today in this tournament it is all about Vikendi and Sanhok. It is putting the players a bit out of their comfort zone to see how they can adapt to these maps. It's different maps, it's different play styles, different circle shifts, and thus far we've thoroughly enjoyed every single bit of it. Let's move over. MYM looks like they and 15. Oh, they get the knock in onto Phoenix there. Phoenix a little bit too much in the open, ends up getting taken down. Vampire will get the flush out. More players from MYM are gonna come in. They're gonna come in hot. In fact, they've set up shop right up against IMF, Abhi, Black OP, as well as Quan. The positions are revealed. Are they aware of Quan's position though? He's split apart from the rest of IFM rather. They're gonna take this patiently. MYM don't really want to get too aggressive and end up losing players here very early on. First place might be in the bag of 8-bit, but second and third definitely aren't. Vampire's gonna find one. He gets the full flush out as well, and now they begin the chase. Abhi is gonna get charged at. He gets the first knock. Can he get more? Black OP now. Reds charges in and he cleans house. Quite literally, the house is empty now for MYM's taking. There's only the one knock, but early on. Let's move over to Umamba Esports. They're driving up really close to where 8-bit is. Last time around, they didn't have the best of starts. They lost King Abru very early on, and the rest of the players soon followed suit, but this is it. Sharix has pushed in straight into 8-bit. Does he see Sprints? Not sure if he spotted him just yet though. He is holding the edge of the compound. I think he's taking TPP, and Sharik, even if he hasn't seen Prince, Prince has definitely seen him, as well as the rest of UME coming in. This is it. This is a huge fight here. They're pulled straight up and out in the open. Prince finds the first knock. He's still dancing around. He wants more. He knows there are players in and around. He goes down to the ball, gets thrown down, but he should get pushed through. He's just pre-firing away. And he's gonna go for the flush. He does because Stealth is still alive. He will get the full flush. He's still dancing around. Prince! Oh, he gets killed! Oh my god! Prince, you little beauty! Gets the kill. Ash cleans up there at the end as well, and that's you, Mamba Esports. Out And it is all thanks to this man right here. Prince with the AK. What an absolute monster. Gets 3 alone. 3 players. No backup whatsoever. Prone gets up. Prone gets up. Pre-fires one side. Turns across the other way. Turns back in time. 180, 360. The entire range of maneuvers there, and 8-bit survive. You Mamba make the early exit here in map number 3. Big shout out to those guys. An amazing show in map number 1 on Vikendi earlier here in the grand finals, but unfortunately map 2 and map 3 haven't really gone their way. And yep, right now Prince looking to push. Just gonna continue looting away. They're well and truly inside the circle. The circle shift is completely different this time around. It's towards the southern side, encompassing Walnova, Hot Springs, Winery. You see squad 5 already making that rotate in. Toxic taking a little bit of damage. Let's move and see what Hex is up to. Hex right now holding the compounds here towards the northwestern part of the map, and they've got quite a bit of distance to cover right now to make their way into the circle. And Hex looks like they're going to pick up vehicles and look to head out. Meanwhile, Grunge has gotten into a fight with Gods. Proned out into the open. Exotic has taken in some damage as well. So has Grunge. Nade's being tossed. Grunge, ends up getting knocked down. Is there a trade potential? The nade does connect in onto Fury, but it is not enough to get the knock in, and now players need to start moving out in the open. We keep our eyes now on Zeus, who's got the perfect angle here. As soon as anyone moves out to try and pick up Grunge, he's gonna be able to punish, but he has himself only the Vector, not the best of guns for this range. Fury's looking to step out as well. In comes the Molotov. Is it gonna make its way in? Continues tossing it out. Shots being fired. Fury can't really do anything right now. Grunge is gonna get rezzed up. Ink, they only have 2 players alive, so I think that would have been the opportunity to actually hard commit in. There's no reason to play this safe, primarily because Gods is definitely going to push them. And having 1 player knock down 2 players, playing it a little bit risky to try and get the flush would have been the right decision. And Zeus is knocked down. And now Fury is just going to turn tail and run. Zeus gets fully flushed as well. And now it is survival mode on. Let's move over back to squad number 9, who's pulled up straight next to squad 7. Storm, Cull, Wishes, and Adhoc. Believe actually ends up getting knocked down in the far side. He might have backup. Does he? Oh, yes, he does. Let's move back over to the other fight, squad 7 and 9. The siege is about to begin shortly. Fury, Pandit, as well as Helix on one side, Wishes, Skull on the other. Molotov comes in. The nade does significant damage here. And Wishes actually finds a knock onto Helix. That is huge. And Athok out in the open. He's gonna go charging in. They want the finish. Can they get it though? Two players pushing out in the open. Pandit inside. He's in the restroom. He's just gonna come out. He's like, come on, let's go. Let's go right here. Shots fired. And they will get the two flushes in. Hull is down, but they should be able to pick him up. Athok goes down as well. But Storm with the quick cleanup. And that is gonna be all three players being picked up there. Let's move back over. Let's see what else is happening around the map. I see a drop coming down. I see shots being fired by Shadow. And Go is getting pushed here by ALS. Viper is down. FaZe is healing. And I think they've used up all their utility here. They're still going to have to push in. They do get the res off on Viper TY as well. The Molotov is way off target. But what's the play right now? ALS? Do they want to push in? Believe wants to though. And he spots the first player out. Sid actually prone inside. He had a small window there to get the shots in, but unfortunately a little late on the trigger. Two players out, smokes down. No, Sid is still there. Shadow manages to find one. Oh, he spotted out Eco. Squad number 20. They pushed it as well behind. And Go is about to get sandwiched hard. Sid goes for the shots in. Exotic's pushing in as well. Far from behind. He's got one. And now Sid's got to decide. What do they do here? Who are they going to take this fight up against? Believe gonna come through the corner. He spots player out. Shadow being shot down. He's very, very low. Sid is here as well. How many kills can they find? He goes charging out. The Shadow in the corner. Believe is down as well. ALS. They get turned on. Shadow is still alive here. He's still putting on the pressure and he will clean up. Squad number 5 eventually will end up going down, but the pressure is not done just yet. Squad 20 is right here. Right next to them. And they're going to pull the vehicle and looks like they're going to head out of here. They've had enough. They're like, yeah, we don't want any more action right now. Let's move over 8-bit. Who are they firing up against? They've lost one player. Akshu's done for. Oi. That is big. Let's move back over. Squad number 20. Looks like the vehicle did get blown up. Ben's in Shadow. And definitely punish even more here right now. KO. They're taking this fight up against Crawl. Smokes down. There's a little bit of cover here for Wishes. Storm is actually straight up above. He had bird's eye vision. He's going to go prone. Trying to line up both the players. Unfortunately, couldn't do so. Let's move back over. Cull sees his teammate getting fully flushed back out. Pulls a gun out. He's going to charge out into the open. Finds one. He wants to get the quick flush. Couldn't do so. And that's another squad that bites the dust. KO is out. They're out of map number 3. And John? Let's see what's he planning to do here. They're taking up this fight here. Gods versus ALS. What can they do? Benz is going to pull out the UAZ. Pull out the Dacia rather. And of course, John the UAZ. And what's the play? They've exchanged compounds for their vehicles. There's a drop coming down, I see, just off the beach, and it's gonna have a Groza. Squad 10 as well as 8-bit right in between the two squads. Eight-bit down a man. Do they really want to risk this though, to take this? I mean, it is level 3 West helmet backpack, which is very significant, but do you really want to put yourself in harm's way? Looks like they've already found one crate, and Ted is sitting on an arm, the brown ghillie. Prince is actually gonna head out up in the vehicle, go for the loot. And yeah, that should be Prince now with the Groza. Picks it up and is immediately gonna move out. Get the Dacia to safety, keep that vehicle in play. And 8-bit pretty much playing textbook PUBG Mobile right here. Perfect positioning to close this out. They would have loved to have one more player up. Let's quickly move over as Shadow taking in some shots, and Avatar is actually ended up getting knocked down. Is being rezzed up by Exotic. Not the best of places right now. They have decent distance between the two. Circle still has quite a bit of water in it. And the next circle is going to force a lot of these squads to relocate, move out into the open and fight. It's going to move towards the north. Question is it going to be east or west? MYM is still in play here. Again, a squad that did really well in the qualifiers, but unfortunately haven't really turned up here in the grand finals. And I think they spot the head out onto Matt. Tap, tap, tap from Vampire. Gets more damage in. Let's look over at how things are looking from above here. Maxi also getting pressured in, moving over. ALS. Looks like they've pushed up onto Crawl. Or has Crawl come in? I think Crawl's moved into their position here. Shadow quickly gets the first aid out. Going for the flushes. He can look for the flushes here. They will get the flushes out. Roach is being spotted out here inside as well. Quick pre-fires through. Roach up in the corner. His teammates do get taken down. Roach runs out, but yeah, his teammates there were ready for that play. John was just waiting. Perfect tag team. Shadow tosses in the Molotov, forces him out. And yep. Look at Avatar though. Avatar's gonna go pushing in. He might be able to get one of the reses off. There's another player knocked right next to him, but he's gonna look for this timing here. He spotted both the players out. They're moving out into the open. Avatar. Can he do this? I think that window of opportunity just went passing by. The two players on the other side. Ooh, first knock comes in. Eco pushed in, perfect timing there, and Shadow's being spotted inside. He charges in. ALS is out as well. Unfortunate there. They've had an amazing run. You're going for that long range poke. Where's this squad number 20? It so happens that Crawl third parties and they just charge in. They do enough damage, and that opportunity is what gods are waiting for. They pounce on the opportunity to jump in on a squad that was so riddled with injuries from that previous fight. They couldn't get the heals off. There was no time. And now we're down to the top 8, 25 players alive. Ash having a bird's eye view on MYM here. Gonna go prone. No reason not to. I think he spotted out Cloak there. Smoke's being dropped. Noah's actually pretty separated from the rest of his teammates. The G36C pre-fires coming through. Hold that thought though. ATX are going to start to push in onto God's position. Avatar with the Kar98. I think he spotted out Tyrant there. And is going to look to take the fight to ATX by the looks of things. MYM. They pushed up onto squad 8-bit. 8-bit under pressure here. Cloak healing up. Ash is actually down to about 10 HP. Ted has found some cover in the far side. So only 2 players who's pushed in right now. Reds and Cloak. And I think they're going to wait on Nova and Vampire to join in as well before they hard commit to this. Smoke's being prepped. Prince takes up his position here. It's the building. In comes the Molotov. I think the Molotov is slightly overcooked. It is indeed. And oh, look at this. Another squad's got to look to get involved. 14 is just pulled up. Man's got to go charging in. 8-bit. Ash actually gets taken down. Oh my god. Hex just drove into everybody and is like, move aside. This is our building. Don't mind us. We're going to take this. And take everybody in our path down as well. And now MYM, they're wondering, hey, we just were here to take a fight up against 8-bit. And just like that, it's a 3-way standoff right now. 4v2, 8-bit down to 2 players. And now it looks pretty unlikely that they walk away with the 3rd chicken dinner in the row. 7 squads alive, 23 players alive. Wall of smokes dropped. Mad. Actually going to jump into the water by the looks of things. Ted's backing off. Prince still using the smoke for cover. Hasn't really repositioned hard. MYM. They're not even peeking this. It's just Reds who's taking in some shots. Cloak is going for the long swim across. Not sure how this is gonna pan out. There's already Mad who's looking at this. Prince, Ted all get into the water. Where's the circle? There's all of them to swim so far across. They have no opportunity. There is the bridge, but that bridge is so impossible to do anything. And they're all gonna jump into the water. MYM, Hex, all of them are gonna go for a swim. So is 8-bit. So is Mad. Everybody is swimming into the zone. Who would have expected this? Instead of a full-blown gun battle, it is gonna be a swim face-off. There is this piece of land. Gods do have the positional advantage. So does Tinf. And 8-bit are gonna be the first people here. And they can play gatekeep. They're gonna reach first, and yeah, they can gatekeep so hard right now onto both Hex as well as MYM. We're gonna look to push in on the smokes being dropped. I'm sure Ted's gonna be aware of the fact that there are a lot of swimmers here. Shots being fired. Yeah, he spotted players out. People are getting greedy. There was a drop as well, which players were going for. But this is it. How far can they swim? I don't think they can go too far away. He's gonna go under to spot them out. He sees them. He sees them all. He knows. There's a lot of people coming in this direction. Shots towards Mad. Nothing connecting just yet though. There you go. He sees him. One bullet connects in only, but I like this. Using the water to scout for position. And he sees a lot more players coming in as well. I think Matt's gonna make it in. Oh, there's the knock. It is good from Ted. And he sees more players coming in on this position. He sees them all. Still spraying away. Meanwhile, Tyrant is going to go for the reses. On the backside here as they push in, there's Toxic. There's Viper who's currently bleeding out as well. Eco finds Tin on the far side. And that's, I think the res is coming out right now. Prince has gotten knocked down. It's come down to Ted. Can Ted do it? He finds one. He needs to win this firefight. Number 3. He found 2. And that's gonna be 8-bit out here in map number 3. So we're gonna have a new team getting the chicken dinner in the finals. But I think right now they've done enough. 8-bit I think have done enough to take the title. It's down to the top 4 squads. MYM, TINF, Gods and ATX. And look at the wall of smokes here. Currently Daddy calling up to be rezzed up. MYM, no, there's an opportunity to make this push. They're just recovering as well from the damage that they've suffered. There's a knock coming in. They do trade knocks. Udit able to find one. Vampire still charging up. Both teams losing, I think, 2 players there. And Vampire has got a lot of directions to worry about. It's pretty much a 4-way standoff for all intents and purposes. Vampire's been spotted from behind by TINF. Razor, I believe, is taking a little bit of zone damage. Stuck behind the tree right now. He needs to push up into the open. Smoke's being dropped. Is that smoke coming out fast? Does manage to get the first aid out. And spraying away up at Slam. Slam's already found one from GS. And Reds as well as Vampire just settle in the smoke. Reds pushing up. He wants more. He's got one knock in and he will get cleaned up by the looks of things. And Slam. How's he playing this? There's Eco straight up ahead. He spots his foot. And Slam, he's got no way out of this. He's just gonna have to hope to pre-fire fast enough. The blues coming in as well. And he just gets shot by Eco. Nicely done. And we're down to the top 2. Eco is all alone. He's cleaned up as ATX. Take the chicken dinner. 6 kills. Patient play. They waited it out for the squads that were all in that clump. That a big bunch of 3 squads that went swimming there. They couldn't really get themselves into a good position. And ATX are just going to capitalize in those final few circles. Gods coming in second, 8 kills under their kitty. TINF 3rd position with 4. MYM in 4th position with 8. Hex finishing 5th with 3 kills. And 8-bit, despite a pretty high kill round here, 8 kills, they're going to finish in 7th position. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with the results soon. Big shout out to all the teams that participated this weekend. Big shout out to all the viewers who tuned in on stream. We had an absolute blast. Big shout out to Backstage Pass Institute of Technology for making this happen. They're an amazing gaming institute. You can find all the details in the link provided in the description. They're based out of Hyderabad, Pune, as well as Bengaluru. They offer amazing courses for game designers and game developers. Do show them some love. Do check them out. For now, though, this is Shade Slayer signing off on behalf of everyone here at lxgtv. It's goodbye, good night. See you folks the next time.
When you come to like a college such like Backstage Pass, what they do is they are open to your ideas, and then you can they help you develop them and then get all of them together.
Unlike you going to some random institute for 3 months and picking up game development, where you don't really pick up game development, you pick up maybe some principles, but you're not really a game developer. Where Backstage people do spend years, where we've noticed Backstage spends 1 whole year in the beginning just doing physical things, making them draw on a paper, getting better at that craft before even introducing them to digital, which we think is very important for good game artists or good game designers.
Like one thing I really love about Backstage Pass is you're not confined to one classroom. You always have you're always open to roam around wherever you want, and like you're always interacting with different kinds of people. You're not just your mentors but other students and all. So you're no matter what, you're always like in a team, or you'll find a team to work on some or the other thing. And even though I was just a programmer, I learned a lot of different like art and different softwares and everything from BFA students and all that. Yeah, that's one thing.
When we go to different places versus we go to Backstage Pass, we always get people who are like ready to be used. We don't need to actually train them, we don't need to fine tune them, we don't need to work on them. They are like completely ready, and that's a big thing, because in this city there are like more than 40-50 so-called games and animation colleges, but this Backstage Pass is the only one which is exclusively game specific. So then art-wise, the programming-wise, everything, they are like ready.
Backstage Pass has always helped us with some of the best hires in our company. A lot of our best employees have come through Backstage Pass, be it game programmers, game designers, or game artists. As the gaming industry is growing very rapidly, especially in India, I think this is the best time for companies like us to grow, and also colleges like Backstage Pass to support the growth of gaming industry in India.
And don't forget to check our game, 7 Doors of Wisdom. We are launching it next month.
Game Jam is like so fun, like it was so hyped up, like I met different people, I learned a lot of stuff.
Totally into game development for 48 hours was really hardcore.
After doing 3 years of engineering, we felt that our core passion was in game development, and that was not encouraged back then. And that's why when we came here at Backstage Pass, we thought it's a great opportunity for us to know what gaming industry is all about and get insights of game industry.
Because as an engineer, I don't get direct access to gaming, but events like this will always inspire my passion. Overall, the experience was very rewarding, and I learned a lot, and not only in terms of technology, but also in terms of networking with people and about the industry.
we were, I think, looking for a game like Vikram Betal. You know, the Betal is behind his back. He always carries and goes, so it will change. But after that, I don't know how we got into this.
It took almost 2 months to completely make all the art and all the programming and everything.
In Backstage Pass, basically the teachers are mentors first and teachers next. So we got a lot of help from all the Unity teachers and OpenGL, Unreal. We got to know how the game development works, and then we progress with the programming part.
The standards of the games have increased quite a lot, so we are planning to, for the next year IGTC, we are planning to give another game, and we want to make a even bigger scale game than this year. We were runner-up this year, we want to become the first the next year.
None of us have ever worked with 3D before that, so we just wanted to try a different thing which we don't have enough experience of, and we want to like challenge ourselves, so we go for the 3D game. Engineer's life is different from our life, we can actually say that. Like, we play games, we make games every day. Like in the engineer's life, they do the like assignments and all that all day and just spend their years. So I would say they just learn in the 4 years, and we like to like create and we develop an experience in the years.
you walk in the room, you're still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels the switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain, 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all